beautiful and amazing place. Thank you everyone for coming, for being with us in our Seder.
Thank you.
I'm Joan Manuel Segura. I'm the president of Limut Mallorca. We are a cultural organization which have the goal to teach and to promote Jewish culture here in Mallorca. We are associated with Limut International. One of our main activities is celebrate and remember the Jewish holidays. So here we are in this second night of Pésssakh. One of the advantages of being in the diaspora is that we have two holidays, so we don't have to we don't clash with the synagogue. The synagogue can do their own Seder, and we have the second one.
Which was a great one, by the way. Which was a great one.
Yes, it was great. It was actually great. First of all, in following the spirit of our organization in teaching and explaining, I'm sure most of you, probably all of you know already, but we are going to explain a bit the elements we have on the table. I was a bit confused because this is not the organization I'm used to, because you know, Ashkenazi, Sephardic, whatever. So there was something I didn't know what it was, but it's okay. So first, I want to do this because there might be an element that some people might be wondering why is that, but there is a reason, and we're going to explain it. And of course, I hope all of you enjoy and have a good time here. So we first have the zeroa, the chicken, the bone. Well, I don't know if this is a chicken bone, but I don't think so. It would be a monstrosity of a chicken.
Dinosaur.
But we have this bone that evokes, of course, the lamb that was offered as a sacrifice in the days of the temple, and also remind us the strong hand and the strong arm that take us off of Egypt. We have the beitzah, the egg, which form represents the circle of life and death. This rounded form.
És caminado.
What?
Aquest ou és caminado.
Caminado, què vol dir això?
Està fet amb cuit, amb tot el xabat.
Vale.
Amb pell de ceba.
Okay. It's being cooked the whole Shabbat.
De sefardit.
Then we have the maror and the chazeret. The maror are the green leaves. You have, each table has different leaves, I think. We have different leaves, but the green leaves are the maror, the bitter herbs. And we have also this white radish. Well, that was the thing I didn't know what it was. This radish is the chazeret. And all these bitter herbs, these bitter elements, remind us the bitterness of being slaves. We also have the charoset, this mixture of fruits and nuts. I don't know if this one has nuts, apple, and so on. That represents the mortar our ancestors used while building the pyramids. There is always a lot of wonder about questions about who built the pyramids. Was it aliens or no? It was us. We did it. And we also have the karpas. And I said the maror was the green. No, the karpas is the green. The maror is the radish. And the karpas is the green leaves we have on the table. Green vegetables from the spring that symbolize hope, which is something very important for the Jewish people. And we also have this extra element, the orange. The legend. Eh?
I never saw an orange.
Never. Yeah, many people. Who has seen ever an orange in a Seder plate before? Okay, some
Yes,
people
one.
has, many people, most of you have not. Okay, the legend says that there was this. I am not sure it was a rabbi scholar, female rabbi, a female scholar, a cantor. I don't remember very well. And she was. This is the legend. It's a legend, but the legend says that she was banned from going up to the bima for singing the Torah. Under the argument that saying that a woman belongs to the bima as much as an orange belongs to the Seder plate. And she said, oh yeah? So I put an orange to the Seder plate, and this orange represents women who have been departed from Jewish life or from many elements of Jewish life. For example, reading the Torah, and also represents the sexual minorities like gays and lesbians who has been also departed and excluded from Jewish life.
I actually heard a different version of it last night at my Seder in London.
Please.
And that was, I've always heard that it was the quote that a woman belongs on the beam as much as an orange on the Seder plate. And our host last night explained that Susanna Herschel
Yes.
was the person
Yes.
who actually
Yes.
started this.
Yes.
And it was at a gay, lesbian, and LBGT meeting. There were no men in the room. And that the purpose of the orange were that there's 16 segments in the orange, and we want to be inclusive and include all segments of the community in our Seder. And we represent it by having an orange there. And it's about the segments in the orange and the gay, lesbian, trans, queer, all the different components of society. So,
wonderful.
I don't mean to contradict. I've
No,
always
I said-
heard the same
I
as
was very
you.
specific, saying that was a legend. It
Right.
was not the real story. It was a legend. That's probably the truth.
And I actually was just trying to Google it. I don't have good enough connection, but apparently it is Susanna Herschel,
Yes.
and that was the story that I heard.
I just want to add one small thing, if you're adding. I also read something last night. Legal work.
I love this.
And it says the same way that we take out all the pips from the orange, we don't eat it with the pips. We take out homophobic, racism, and other things that we don't want to have that can make us.
Yeah. So in one word, the orange represents inclusiveness, which is a very important value for us in Limud Mallorca. We want to be as much as inclusive as we can. So the orange is the symbol of this inclusiveness. So we decided to add it to the plate. So after this, I guess we should read. Someone has a letter from Diane.
Yes.
So we are going to read a letter from a member of Limud Mallorca, from a couple of members of Limud Mallorca that are not here. They are touring South America, but they're very important for us, very good friends of us, and we are going to read the letter they sent.
One of my most exciting Passover ever was here in Mallorca 5 years ago. We invited our friend Juan Manuel Segura, who is a native Mallorquin of Chueta descent, meaning he's a descendant of Jewish conversos of the island, also known as Chuetas. And he who was on his journey of Jewish conversion or return. He also brought along a friend of his I had never met before, Ferran Aguilo, the well-known Mallorquin sculptor. While sitting on the couches before the meal, I asked everyone to first share a memory from either the Passover holiday or any holiday that involved the family tradition. I was shocked when Ferran, who had recently completed his year, told us that growing up, his family around the time of Pesach, Pascua, or Easter would always replace the empanadas filled with pork to empanadas filled with lamb, and he never knew why. Also, instead of eating a salad filled with many lettuce leaves, they would eat meat with only one lettuce leaf. Here was a Catholic Mallorquin's family celebrating Easter with obvious Jewish traditions that had been passed down, perhaps in secret, through the generations and in defiance of Mallorquin Inquisition's 400-year rule over the island. Talk about redemption. Now this year of 2022 feels more like a biblical times than ever before. We are suffering from a modern-day plague known as COVID-19. There's a modern-day exodus taking place today in Ukraine, where the current-day Pharaoh Putin is waging war. So much strife and uncertainty and persecution. It is not hard this year for us to put ourselves in the shoes of our ancestors who were once slaves in Egypt, but perhaps there is a silver lining.
Chag Sameach, everybody. So, because Danny couldn't be here, he picked the two bald guys to. So,
You don't forget about him.
we are all one people. In order for us to move forward, it is obvious that we need to do it together. In a time where some countries' borders are still closed, we are connecting more than ever in the virtual space. People are learning new skills, spending more time with their families, reconnecting with old friends. Some Orthodox rabbis have approved the use of Zoom in order to observe the Passover Seder, since it is a health risk for the elders of the family to be physically present, and it is essential that the youth of the family participate in the celebration of the holiday. It is important to honor tradition by adapting to the current circumstances using modern-day tools available to us. Instead of being extinguished, what if the Jewish flame was actually kept on low for over 600 years on an island in the Mediterranean? But it is now slowly being rekindled. What else can we reawaken or rekindle within ourselves, our families, our communities, our world this year? Though Carla, Oren, and myself are physically far away from you all, who are our community, we are connected spiritually and so happy that you have all come together today. Keep on finding something to rekindle in your lives. Chag Pésssakh Sameach L'chaim.
Good. So we are going to start the Seder itself. There are a few agadot distributed on tables. I'm sorry we couldn't have one per person. My fault. But I hope it works. It's a very shortened version. I hope probably some of you are used to doing some more elaborated Agadah, but this is Limud style.
I could say something.
Sure.
I was in Egypt for about 10 days, and after 10 days of being in Egypt, I said, I can't be here one more minute. I felt my spirit just disappearing. And so at 11 o'clock at night in Cairo, I said, taxi, drive me to Israel. And I got to the Suez Canal at about 5 in the morning and had to sleep by the canal in the taxi until they opened it at 7 in the morning and was able to cross.
Wow.
So I left Egypt and I felt it.
Nice. Well,
Couldn't be one moment.
We are going to split a bit the different steps. I think the steps are quite clear. So when I say someone, the step 3 or step 5.3 or whatever, please feel free to join when. So I'm going to start with step 1, Kadesh. We're going to bless the thyme and the wine. If you have already wine or you have your drink, feel free to join. If not, if you want to pour a glass before. For the ones who want to have wine, for the blessing. with step 1, Kadesh.
Vine, Jonas, porta't una copa que jo te posaré el suc d'aquí i fem la benedicció.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri agafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher בחר בנו מכל, ורוממנו מכל לשון, קישנו בעקבותיו, ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, מועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים, לאסון את יום חג המצות הזה. זמן חירותנו, מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ומועדי קודשך במשחק ובששון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל בהזמנים. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Yes, the 2 days, because in diaspora it's mitzvot to do the second time.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's in diaspora, yes. In the diaspora, yes.
In Israel, one.
Yes, that's true. So, secondly, we're going. The second step is urchatz, is the washing of the hands without the blessing. If you don't want, there's no need for everyone to go wash their hands. I'm going to do it with no blessing. But the important thing here is why there is no blessing. And why is there no blessing? Because the kids, who are very apart today, has to see that there is no blessing when we wash the hands, and they have to wonder, they have to ask, Daddy, Mommy, why are we washing our hands without the blessing? So they start seeing that tonight is a different night, right? There is. Se han quitado el agua. Había jarras con agua y...
Está Simón con...
Simón. No, el agua, las jarras de agua. Jarras de esto. Okay. Bueno. Hombre, aquí de Montserrat.
No, això és el matí.
Matí. 3.
S'acabarà l'any.
Every day with the nuns. And I don't.
Si vol. Sense braja. Vols fer?
Step 3, karpas. We are supposed to dip the celery. Here it says celery, but it's not celery. It's whatever green leaf you have. No, karpas.
Les herbes amargues.
It's a verda, això. Ho farà Mariano. Directamente la verajá, si quieres.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri agafen.
Amen. Ja, bueno, però... Esto diu que és perquè és ni demà ni això, no? Okay, so we have 3 matzot in every table, apart from the matzah you are going to eat during the meal. We have 3. Now we take the one in the middle. Please, everyone in their table, someone do it. We take the one in the middle, and we Split it. Right. And you take the bigger half and hide it. And put the other one again in their place. Right. So now we are going to start the fifth step, the Magid, the explanation, the narration of the story of Pesach, which is the whole point of tonight. Please, the step 5.1. Munir, do you want to do it?
I'll do it like
Yes.
yeah. In Morocco we start with Arabic word. Is هكذا بسم الله البحر على 12 طريق حيت خرجوا جدودنا من مصر على سيدنا موسى بن عمران عليه السلام والرضا استفكهم وجابهم من الخدمة الصعيبة للحرية هكذا يفك إسرائيل من هذا الكانوت زينو مار آمين هلاف مع عنيا دخلوا أفخطنا بأرض مصريم كل دخفين يتي في خول كل دصريخ بتي في ساح أشتاها لخنا هوا بأرض إسرائيل أشتاها بدي لخنا هوا بأرض إسرائيل بني هورين.
So this is the bread of poverty, which our ancestors had to eat when they were slaves in Egypt. Let all who are hungry come and eat. Let all who are needy come and celebrate the Passover with us. This year we are here. Next year let us be in the land of Israel. This year we are slaves, and next year let us be free. Now I'm going to summon the kids. Children.
So nice to hear in Arabic.
Children.
שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים חמץ ומצה, חמץ ומצה. הלילה הזה כולו מצה. הלילה הזה כולו מצה. שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים חמץ ומצה, חמץ ומצה. הלילה הזה שאור ירקות. הלילה הזה שאור ירקות. שבכל הלילות איננו מפילים אפילו פעם אחת, אפילו פעם אחת. הלילה הזה שתי פעמים. הלילה הזה שתי פעמים. שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים בין יושבינו בין יסובים, בין יושבינו בין מסובים. הלילה הזה כולנו מסובים. הלילה הזה כולנו מסובים. Nice job, guys.
The answer to the question, dear children, the answer to your question is that tonight is different because we were slaves in Egypt and the Lord delivered us with strong hand and outstretched arm, and He did such wonders. And please, let's all say together the wonders the Lord did for us. It's Dam, Tzefardea, Kinim, Arov, Dever, Schim, Barad, הרבה, חורסך, מכת בכורות. The kids already left. Kids, do you want to sing more? Yes, come and sing with me. Come and sing with me. Because, you know, the Lord did many, many things for us. But if He hadn't done it, it would be okay, right? We would, nos conformaríamos, didn't we? Wouldn't we? It would be, yes, it would be. It would be okay. It would be enough. It would be enough. Sing with me. Ilu ilu otzianu mimitzrayim dayenu 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 Ilu natalanu etatora natalanu etatora dayenu 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 natalanu etashava natalanu etashava dayenu 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 dayenu. Great, thank you. Does someone want to read the 5.5? Someone wants to read the 5.5? Something? Volunteer? Sarah.
Rabbi Gamliel would say, whoever does not say the following three things on Passover has not fulfilled his obligation. Pesach, matzah, v'maror. Let's all say together.
Pesach, matzah, maror. Okay. So now it's time to wash our hands with the blessing, the ones who want to. We have the water there.
We photographed your picture by mistake.
No, it was un pollón.
Okay, but Aaron, she likes Aaron. She likes bad boys.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ.
אמן. Questo mazza per me sono sì, se le mozzi, se le mazzate bene.
durante il video da Pesach.
Sì, però matzah è la benedizione del mozzo e la benedizione del matzah. La fa tutto in me, la fa tutto in me. C'ha la renda con me.
No.
Perché matzah non è. Cinco minutos. Would someone like to do a step 8, the blessing for the matzah? Someone for this table, that table, anyone?
Nick. Nick is
Okay,
going
I'll
to
do
do
it.
it.
Okay. What was it?
Step 8.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Amen. Now we dip the bitter herbs. ¿Cómo? Si los bitter herbs son eso, ¿cómo se junta con Haroset? That's very weird, right? Very weird. Maror. So, no sé. Have to bless the maror. Please, yourself.
So you do this, and then
Amarores direttamente.
Say it, please. Say number 9, please.
So number 9.
Yourself.
Number 9.
yeah, I guess so.
Number 9. Maror, bitter herbs with charoset.
Yes.
So the charoset is complicated.
Wow. Do the blessing.
So you're supposed to do this with that, with the charoset.
Yeah.
So, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Amen. Someone, please read the black. Well, now we are going to do the sandwich with matzah, maror, and charoset. And why? With someone, for example, in this table, explain why. But they're a bit busy. Would you read the bold part in number 10? Or you, whoever. Number 10. Oh. Okay, we have.
Hello. At the time.
Nobody here.
This is what Hillel did. At the time at the temple stood, he wrapped up some Pésssakh lamb, some matzah, and some bitter herbs, and ate them together. But the Torah says that same night they are to eat the meat roasted over the fire along with bitter herbs and bread made without yeast.
Thank you.
Thank you. עשה לברכה.
Chi inizia ברכה עכשיו? Chi inizia ברכה? Se devo uscire dall'Ileli. Ah, io non tengo. Passa su un po'. So now we can start eating already. Step. It's also a step. This is step 11. Let's eat. Enjoy.